Hello everyone, Zane GG here. Did you know that you can play PlayStation 2 on your Android device? Today I am gonna show you how to emulate PS2 on Android. Let's get started. Go to the browser and download AetherSX2, or you can also download the new version, which is NetherSX2. Take note that the apps can no longer be downloaded on Google Play Store. AetherSX2 can only emulate PlayStation 2 games and does require strong processing power. You need to provide your own games and BIOS file. There's so many you can find online. Once installed, you can change presets or settings based on your phone performance, but I recommend default settings as best compatibility to emulate, and I didn't notice any FPS drop or lagging on my phone device. It may not perform well below Snapdragon 845. When choosing emulation screen orientation, I recommend 4:3. The very important is importing your own BIOS file. If you don't do this, you can't play any PlayStation games. Just click import and select the BIOS file you downloaded online. To run correctly, AetherSX2 needs a PS2 BIOS file. You cannot boot or play PS2 games without the BIOS, which is an essential component that stores the required firmware. In order for the emulator to function, a valid BIOS file is required. After doing that, create a folder, then put all your games in that folder so that the apps don't need to search every time you open it. Pros: gets PS2 games running on Android phones. Cons: for best results, you will need a robust Android smartphone, could run into problems while trying to play certain games. Among Android users, AetherSX2 stands out as a top PlayStation 2 emulator. AetherSX2 is called a PS2 emulator that is best designed for the Android platform. This application is specially optimized to give a high performance where you can enjoy the game in a better way, even on low-end mobile devices. This emulator is one of the specially designed PS2 emulators from the developers that helps the game players customize the controls based on their requirements. By the end of the day, AetherSX2 is the best apps to run PlayStation 2 games on your Android phones.